Okay, so we're gonna open up the floor to like kind of let everyone share their little aha moment within Summit. I'm sure those of you who were not there were seeing all of our pictures, all of our videos. You're probably a little jealous, but that's okay because you'll all be there with us next year in New Orleans. If you have not gotten your ticket yet, please, 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 please go buy it. I know that they're not selling the cheapest tickets anymore, like the 140. I think they're 145. Now it's 175, I believe. And those are transferable, so you can transfer those. Like if for some reason you buy it and you can't go, you can transfer it to someone else on our team. But you shouldn't, because you should just come with us. But if you haven't bought it, go buy it, because I think those are only on sale till Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not positive on that, but I can double check. So I'm not gonna go first. I want someone else to go first, maybe Elaine, or whoever wants to like volunteer. But we're gonna give this a little time limit, because again, like I said earlier, we could probably all talk to y'all literally for like days on end about what we learned at Summit. Like Jessica said, she took like 75 pages of notes. If you didn't have the chance yet, if you go into the Coach Online office, they have all of the sessions recorded. So I'm actually going to go back and listen to the speakers that I didn't get to listen to. But if you haven't, like, at least go look at Chelsea Pearson's, write this down, Chelsea Pearson and Allie Upham's training session. That was my favorite one. And I got the most out of that one, and I know a lot of other people like that one too. So that was my favorite. It's Chelsea Pearson and Allie Upham, Upham, I think. Their training session like blew my mind, and it was really, really good. So that's like the number one session that I would recommend. But I'm sure some of these people might tell you what they got out of it, and I would go look at all of them if you can. All right, so who wants to go first? Anyone?
I'll go first.
All right. Try and keep it 2 to 3 minutes if y'all can, okay?
All right. I'm going to set, am I setting my timer?
Sure.
All right. 2 minutes. Y'all ready for this? This doesn't count as my minutes. Let me figure out how to do this. Okay. 2 minutes. All right. So I think the main thing I'm like telling everybody about Summit is that like I believed in Beachbody before going to Summit, obviously, since I was doing it and like I was supporting my girl Jess all the time and stuff. But like as much as I believed in Beachbody before Summit, I believe in it like triple the times now. Like it's hard to put into words like how much this company is like a real thing. Like it's not just a gimmick. It's not just a get rich quick scheme. It's something that you make into a full-time business if you want it. Another thing that stood out to me at Summit was that everything kept relating back to you are coaching to better yourself, and that yourself should always be a priority. And it's not meant in a selfish way. It just meant that you're coaching, like you have to do all 4 of the vital behaviors. The 4 vital behaviors are meant to help you. The biggest thing about coaching is that you're helping other people live a fulfilling life. And like doing that, paying it forward like that is going to come back and just make you a better person, like better than you can imagine being. I'm a teacher. So obviously like I was talking about, I'm a teacher. I love teaching. My heart is in the classroom with my first graders. But I honestly believe that in 2 or 3 years, my paycheck coming from the school board, it's not going to even be worth me teaching anymore. And I've talked to another teacher who just finished her last year as a Beachbody, as a teacher, and she's now a full-time Beachbody coach. And so I was talking to her, and I told her like my concern, like I love teaching and I want to be in the classroom, but my concern is that I will be making more with Beachbody and that it won't be worth. My time is going off, but I'm just going to keep going. It won't be worth going into the classroom. Like I can still I can still feel fulfilled and feel like I'm doing something with my life. I won't be working with kids anymore, but at least I'll be helping other people, adults, live their fulfilling lives. Another thing that she suggested is be a full-time Beachbody coach and then go and sub in the classroom when I feel the need, like the cravings of working with kids again. So that's, I guess, my biggest takeaway from Beachbody is that it's just so real. Like, I can't think of the right word for it, but it's such a real thing. Like, it is not a gimmick. It is not a get rich quick scheme. You're going to have to put in a shit ton of work. Sorry, you're going to have to put in a whole lot of work. But it's worth it, because at the end of the day, not only are you getting the paycheck, but you are going to feel so fulfilled and you are going to help everybody around you that it's so worth it. And I'm over my time limit, so I'm done.
It's okay. Awesome job. I agree with her. Like, well, I mean, y'all know that, I believe. I've been a full-time coach since September, so obviously it's not a quick fix. It's not a quick get rich quick scheme. It's just incredible to see that, especially from my coaches. And just so you'll know, Elaine has always said that she would never quit teaching. Like, from day one, she said, I don't want to do this full time. I will never quit teaching. That is like not what I want to do. She's said that so many times. And over the last few months, even before Summit, she's like made little comments about possibly. And then literally the first day we were there, she kept saying that, like, I want to go full time with this eventually. Like, this is amazing. Like, so just so you know, if you're sitting here saying, like, I would never want to quit my job, like, I promise you, and I'm not saying you have to want to quit your job ever. If you love your job, like, props to you, like, that's fine. And that's not always a goal for everyone. But just know that, like, you might be saying that now, but later down the road, you might say, like, well, maybe that I could do this. Like, maybe this is something that could change my life in more ways than you ever imagined. So just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, and I kept saying, like, no, I don't want to do this full time, because teaching makes me feel fulfilled and makes me feel like I'm doing something good with my life. Like, I'm not just sitting at a desk making these papers feel nice and neat and organized. Like, I'm helping humans make their lives better, and that's why I didn't want to leave the classroom. But with Beachbody, like, I'm getting that same fulfillment. I'm getting the same enjoyment. Like, I'm able to help people and better people. It's just in a different area of life, I guess. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
That was good. No, I think that was fine. Who wants to go next? Anyone?
I'll go.
Who is that?
Ashley.
Ashley, okay, go ahead. Do you want me to set a timer, or do you want to set a timer?
No, I got it. Elaine, thanks for the extra 2 minutes. But all right, I'll make up for it. All right, so my aha moment at Summit, like, guys, I bursted into tears when this happened. We did an exercise that basically made you visualize your goals. And even when I got home, like, I started thinking about it. And, like, last year I saw Jesse at Summit and I saw myself wanting to be there. And this year I was there. Like, I visualized that goal without realizing it, right? And so, like Jesse and Elaine both said, like, you don't have to want to quit your job. But this company, if you are miserable at your job, if you feel like you're unfulfilled at your job, underappreciated, or even if you just need a little bit more than what you're already doing, like, this company can do that for you. So, where's it going with that? I don't know. But yeah, so, like, visualize your goals. So basically she asked us to yell out, like, your name, like, close your eyes, visualize where you are a year from now, like, yell out your name. Like, if you guys are going to do this at home, though, like, I'd put, like, a pillow over your face so you don't sound like a crazy person to your neighbors. But, like, yell out your name. Keep your eyes closed, yell out your name, okay? And then, like, what are your goals for the end of this year? It doesn't have to be quitting your job. It can be, making enough money to cover your Shakeology, bringing in enough people to start building your team. Yell that out. And then what do you need to do to actually hit that goal? Yell that out. Scream it into the universe. Throw it out there. Visualize it. And guys, I'm going to make it happen. By next Summit, I am going to be able to quit my job. Like, I'm going to make enough money with Beachbody that I can walk out, do what I want. Today I took off of work. I lived the life of a full-time Beachbody coach today, and it was amazing. So that's what I got out of Summit. I think that was a little longer than 2 minutes, but anyway.
That was good. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That was like 2 minutes. That was good. Okay, who's next?
I can go.
Who is that?
Becky. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's like somewhat frozen, so I can't see like who's talking. Okay, Becky, go ahead.
One of the things that jumped out at me was during Gary Vee's speech when he was talking about I guess did he like ask us, who's going to be here a year from now, or who says they're going to the top and all that stuff. And he said, I got news for you. Most of you aren't, because you're not patient enough, you're not working hard enough, you're not willing to lose. And he says, we spend so much time complaining about things that change instead of adjusting to them. And he gave all his examples of all the ways. If anybody on this call wasn't at Summit, you need to go back and listen to Gary Vee's talk, because all the ways that he was thinking ahead and adjusting to, markets and situations in his life. And if we can be on offense instead of on defense, we can have success too. So that was something that really stuck in my head when he was talking. So
I actually didn't get to listen to him, so I need to and yeah, I had to leave.
You totally need to. You totally need to. It was so good.
I know. I was sad. I didn't really get to. I had to go leave for my workout, so I didn't get to pay attention.
Yeah, It was a lot of tough love. He didn't mess around.
Yeah, I
got to the point.
I watch his videos on YouTube. I just have to go watch it. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching it too. So y'all go watch it too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
That's it. That was the biggest one that popped out of me.
Okay. Joanna, I know you've raised your hand. Do you want to talk?
I had a million aha moments all through Summit. I mean, there were so many things that I took away. I don't have my notes with me, so I don't have anything specific that I can share with you about the speakers. However, when we went to the closing ceremony and saw the Beachbody Challenge winners, oh my gosh, was it amazing. Amazing. The girl that won the $100,000 check, I forget her name already, but she pretty much told us that this is why we coach. This is what we do. We change people's lives, and she is proof of it. And the other guy lost like 165 pounds. I mean, that's crazy, crazy, crazy. And it's us coaches that are doing that for them and helping them through their journey. And so it just reaffirmed that this is way bigger than just working out or drinking shakes. I mean, it's huge. It's a huge thing. And I'm like Elaine, like I feel like so much more empowered by the company. And I don't know, I just thought, I don't know. It just blew me away. Way, way better than I ever expected. Way better.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's 2 minutes. I didn't even time myself.
Oh, that was great. That was great. If y'all didn't get to watch like the story, or like I actually recorded it, but people were walking in front of my camera all the time. So I'm sure Carl posted like their stories of the Beachbody Challenge winners. Y'all should go listen to it. They're very inspiring. It will make you say, okay, well, I'm going to work out now. So yeah, it was awesome just seeing them win. And for those of you who don't know what that is, so every year, because I know we have some newer coaches on here, every year Beachbody does, you can submit your results and you get a free t-shirt. So they do daily giveaways of like $500. And I know a few people on here have won that. I've won $500 for my results. And then they do $1,000 giveaways. They do quarterly giveaways of like $5,000 and so on and so on and so on. But every year they have 8 people, 4 males and 4 females, 2 in each age bracket. So it ranges, I want to say, from 18 to 50 and up. And they pick, like, you vote. So people vote for these people to win, and 2 people win $100,000. There are coaches that help them win money as well. So if you know someone that they don't even have to lose like 100 and something pounds. Like the people that won did lose over 100 pounds, but I know last year one of the people that was up for it had he only lost, well, I don't want to say only lost, but he lost like 30 pounds, but he was wounded in the military and he only had one arm. And his video was like him doing pull-ups with one arm. And I was like, okay, well, if he can do a freaking pull-up with one arm, I need to get my butt working out, right? So if you know someone that could be that person up there, help them. That could be your challenger up there winning $100,000. That's completely life-changing. So yeah, that's awesome. I like that part too. That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of like all of Summit and getting to hang out with everyone. But okay, who's next? I'm trying to see.
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm second time with you. So it's really got kind of based on everyone because I'm on here. I was excited and then kind of freaking out. I went like to the list. My name's Christy, if you guys don't know me. But the biggest moment that I guess my aha moment was during the last day. We had a speaker who was talking about visualizing, just like Ashley said, and we were supposed to visualize what our life was like if we didn't have Beachbody in it. And I promise I'm not going to cry right now. And we had to make a list, and the first thing that came to my mind was hopeless. And I always knew, I think Brittany said it, she and I both shared this thing that we knew from the very beginning, like when we were young, that we were meant for something great. And I kind of accepted the fact that my life wasn't where I thought it would be at 27 at all. So if Beachbody wasn't in the picture, I would just be back alone and sad without friends. Like, I have this whole community of women and men, John, supporting us. And it's just so amazing. And I knew at that moment I had a decision to make whether or not I'm going to really push and start moving forward, because I'm at Emerald and I've been stuck at Emerald for like 10 months or something. Either I could push forward or just stop. Like, there isn't really any middle ground. I guess I could be a discount coach, but really I feel like you either can give it all or like kind of just be mediocre. So for me, that was the huge moment and turning moment for my personal journey as a Beachbody coach. So if you haven't gone and you need that fire under your butt, you need to go next year. Just saying.
Awesome. All right, I know Leslie's left, Jessica's left, Blair, Nancy. Nancy, you want to go?
Sure, I'll go. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So I took a million notes too, but I'm going to try just highlight stuff as you guys were talking and then cross things out if someone already said them. Well, I think my biggest thing, and I shared this in the house, was recognizing that when we talk about the things that set you up for success and the things that don't, I realized that anything I've ever been successful with in my life, like I've kind of followed the rules, if you will, that Beachbody talks about. I didn't let fear dictate what I was going to do. I didn't think of every possible what if. I didn't say, oh, I can't because of my kids. I can't because of my husband. I can't because of, well, I don't know, whatever, fill in the blank. And I had been doing that with Beachbody. So I recognized, I tried to think about things I had been successful at before and how I got there. And that made what was said at Summit resonate a lot more, because I realized, oh, wait, like I've done this before. Now I just have to apply it to Beachbody. Some of the things that I thought were helpful is when they talked about kind of hits and misses in your posts and things not to do, I recognize some of the things I'm doing. Like, don't just post that, like something's on sale. Like Jessie said today in one of her videos, don't you dare take like a screenshot of the programs that are on sale and say on sale. Like, that doesn't get you anywhere. People don't like posts like that. Don't post your website, because then people won't ask you questions. They'll go to your website. And I've had a lot of experiences of people going to my website and somehow doing something wrong. So if you post your website, that doesn't really create a conversation either. And Beachbody is about relationships, not about selling stuff. So don't do that. Showing too much product. Like, I always turn my shake around, so it says Shakeology. They said, don't do that. You want people to say, hey, what are you drinking? If it's obvious what you're drinking, then they're not going to say that. And don't make things too complicated. They talk about breadcrumbing or just like making things simple. Because it's all about connecting with people and getting them to ask you more questions. And if all the answers are in your post, then they have no reason to ask you anything. Again, I talked about overcoming fears and not letting fear stop you. And even today, like when Jessie sent the thing about like, you need to post your goals like for the end of the year. And I was like, and I feel like the fear coming in, like, well, I don't want to put something out there and like, then I have to do it and I don't want to disappoint myself. And so again, I recognize that in the past, when I put fear aside and lost my excuses, that's when I was able to accomplish things and whatever. So I think that makes a big difference. Let's see. During, I don't know whose talk this was. Barbie and Scotty Hobbs. During their talk, they were talking about like tools and resources, and they used a bike riding analogy that basically you get scared, and eventually, like, your parents hold on to the bike and eventually they let go. So the more successful you are, the more willing you are to take chances. So I think that happens too. You have to let go of your fear in order to see success. And then when you see success, it becomes less scary along the way. And again, that kind of resonated with me. I was thinking the same thing that Gary Vee said about like lack of patience, and 97.9% of us probably won't be here next year because we're not patient, we're too lazy, and we're not willing to lose. And I think that that's true. I'm not patient. And I'm not lazy, but wasn't doing everything I could do for Beachbody because I'm so overcommitted in general. And I don't want to lose. I don't want to invest that time since I have so little of it and then take a chance that I'm not going to reach my goals. But I have to be willing to take that chance of losing in order to win. Otherwise, I just won't try at all. One thing that I thought was really helpful is Gary Vee said, make a goal to reply to every single person who enters a post or messages you. Every single person, every single post. I mean, and that sounds really, really overwhelming, but if you want to make connections, that's what you do. If people feel ignored, they're never going to buy anything from you. Let's see. Sean T's talk about living in a glass house. Like, you have to be true to yourself and tell the truth. I mean, otherwise people are going to see through that and know you're full of crap, and that's it. So he talked about, whatever you put on Facebook, would you be able to put that on there if you lived in a glass house? If everyone could actually see everything you did 24 hours a day, does that really reflect what you're saying on your posts? Let's see. And then the final thing, I guess I'm thinking, I didn't time myself, sorry, they were saying when you want to recruit challengers and coaches, talk to the person you were before Beachbody. Who were you? What did you want? Why did you join Beachbody? What did you want in a coach? So talk to that person. Because if you want to recruit people like you who are going to work hard and are going to really want to work the business and are going to relate to you and be a good fit for your team, you need to think about who you were before Beachbody, who you are now, and what you want to recruit. All right, that's it.
Thank you, Nancy. It was all really, really good. I know Leslie's left, and Blair and Jessica, right?
I'll go, Jesse.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my goodness, everything y'all said, like I could have said too. So I had so many takeaways. Y'all just don't even know. Some of it was amazing. Y'all got to be there for real. So one thing that, everything y'all said stuck out to me, but one thing that I need to start working on, that is my tip, I guess, for you, is treat this business like a business and don't let life get in the way. That's something that I struggle with all the time. If you have a normal job, you go to your job regardless of what happens in your life. If you're, I don't know, let's just say your kid is stressing you out all day long. When you work with Beachbody, a lot of us use that as an excuse not to do our job. But you don't let that interfere if you have to go, say you're a nurse. You don't let the stress from home interfere with that, because you have to make money, right? So that's something that I have to work on, and that's what I want to, tell you guys. Really treat this business like a business, and it will provide like a business. So that was one of my big takeaways. My other takeaway is acting like a challenger in your group. That's how I took it. I know they talked about challenge groups. So whatever you want your challengers to succeed in, you need to be that same person. You need to show up just like your challenger. You need to be there for your challenger. You need to get to know all of your challengers. Like, you need to know their struggles, their weaknesses. You need to know them inside and out to really be the coach that you need to be for that person. They came to you to have a coach. They could have bought off the internet. They could have bought off TV, but no, they bought from you. So that means that you need to show up every single day and be that coach that they want to be. So yeah, and here's my quote that I'm going to leave y'all with. Your eyes should be drawn to the light through the dark, not frustrated that darkness exists. Okay? So be the light in everyone's life. I'm done.
Amen, sister. That was from Chelsea Pearson's. I'm telling y'all gotta go listen to that training session, because it was amazing. But yeah, thank you, Leslie. I love that. Jessica, you wanna go? Okay. Go ahead. Can't hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, I have no idea what was happening. Okay, so I had a different track from Jesse and them, so I had different speakers. And somebody that really spoke volumes to me was Julie Vorez and Danielle Nation. And they were incredible. I mean, granted, they talked about success partners, which I'm extremely grateful for. I actually sought mine out after Jesse originally told me about it, so I have one. But one thing she really said was, what is for you will not pass you. So if things come, challengers come, they go, they choose someone else, bless it and release it and let it go. Because holding on to those things is what's been holding me back. And being concerned with why didn't they choose me? Why not me? That's okay, because they were meant to be with someone else, because that coach has what they need. And it's supposed to be about them, not me anyway. So that's my biggest takeaway, is to just bless it and release it and just move on. And that's all I got, guys. I've got 75 pages worth of notes, and that's kind of what's been mulling over in my head all day long.
That's a good one. You see Ashley doing this like hand thing?
No, seriously, guys. Like this is what I'm working on in 2016, and it helped out so much because, so I reached Diamond a couple weeks ago, right? And then I dropped Diamond because a bunch of coaches dropped off my team, and I was kind of upset with them. Like I was kind of like, why'd they leave me? Like, how dare they do that? But it wasn't them that caused me to drop. It was me that caused me to drop rank. So what my takeaway from this is that bless and release it, because just like she said, like bless and release, like it's bless and release. Negativity, somebody's speaking negative, like, because don't feed into that, because that's going to bring you down. So somebody's talking negative, like, Jesse, please just say negativity to it.
Not doing that, but yeah, bless and release.
But yeah, bless and release.
Let me just say, this is a real thing. We stood in Jesse's driveway yesterday going negativity, and Ashley would come up to us and go, bless and release.
So yeah, seriously,
it will change your life.
It's a huge thing though, because like I'll let Blair go and then I'll say it. But bless and release, get all the negativity out. Go ahead, Blair. I think you're the last one besides me.
Hey, so I apologize for whoever was on my screen. I've been chewing on a spoon for like the last 30 minutes because I quit smoking and it's hard. Okay, so Nancy and Leslie covered a lot of what I wanted to say. So I'm just going to go with the topic of fear. You know, that I didn't necessarily get that out of the speakers, but I got that out of this whole experience, you know, like letting go of fear and stepping out of your comfort zone, because whenever you do that, whenever you let go of fear, like you'll be surprised at like how much you can just take away from an experience. Because I didn't even want to go to Summit, you know, I was terrified to go to Summit, and then I went and I don't know, I guess overall mind blown. I have a fire lit under me that's just completely, it's insane. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but letting go of fear, I think, would be my biggest thing, not just in your business, but just in life as a whole. You know, don't be afraid to reach out to people. Don't be afraid to do anything. You know, it's get out of that comfort zone. If you want to build this business, you can do it. And if you went to Summit and you listened to what everybody said, I mean, there's people from all kinds of different walks of life that stepped out of their comfort zone. And I mean, look at them. Like, I mean, just different walks of life that are making millions and millions and changing millions of people's lives in this world, and it's just truly amazing. So my takeaway is to it's okay to be uncomfortable sometimes. You know, it's okay, and just let go of that fear. Oh, and then personal development. I'll say that because I think somebody mentioned it for a brief second. Transformation is just not about your physical appearance. transformation is also about your mental well-being, and it's great to read a book. You should be reading or listening to personal development, whatever. But where it comes into play is whenever you sit there and take the action. There's no point in reading something if you're not going to sit there and put the action into it. I can read 100 books, and it's stupid if I don't do anything about it. It's giving you plain instructions on what to do, and so transformation is just not about physical. So that's something that I'm not only going to take away from myself, but whenever I start building my team and working with people, that's going to be something that I stress to them as well, because I don't want people to just focus on just their outward appearance. That's all I got.
Love it. So true. Everything she said. Blair was like one of our favorite people while we were at Summit, by the way. She was awesome. So if you don't talk to Blair, you should start talking to Blair. She's friggin' amazing. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep mine short because I told y'all to keep it all short. But there were a few things that I like highlighted and put stars by. So if this seems to be like a little bit all over the place, I'm sorry. But I just want to make sure that I'm saying like the things that stuck out to me. So one of the sessions, they said, this isn't selling, this is sharing. And that stood out to me a lot because I get that all the time. Like, I don't want to be a salesperson and I don't want to be selling. Like, this isn't selling, y'all. Like, you're not selling a product. You're sharing a product. You're sharing what's working for you. And like I think Joanna said, like, this is more than just about drinking Shakeology. And this is more than just doing the 21-day fix. Like, you are changing people's lives financially, physically, emotionally, mentally, like helping them cure their anxiety, helping them, like, you know, like if they are having medical issues, like Shakeology can help with that. But like, it's not about Shakeology. It's about helping them like find that fix that helps them, you know, be comfortable in their skin or with their GI issues or whatever. So this isn't sharing or this isn't selling, it's sharing. That stood out to me a lot. One thing that like stood out to me, and this has nothing to, like, this is kind of like, oh, well, that's like, you should know that beforehand. Someone in, I think it was, I don't even know who it was, to be honest, but they were talking about challenge groups, and they said something that I was like, oh, I should start doing that in my challenge groups. So instead of saying before pictures, say goodbye pictures. And I like that. I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. Like, I don't know, it just makes it seem more fun, I guess, than saying, you know, before pictures. To me, it doesn't sound as intimidating. It sounds a little bit more fun. And another one that I liked was that one of the coaches said she has a wall of transformation in her office or her gym area, her gym space. So I actually am going to start doing that. I'm going to print up all of my challengers before and after pictures, my personal challengers and my personal coaches, and I'm going to hang them up so I can look at them every day and remember why I do this. Because I did start this for me, but I do it for those people. I do it for those transformations. And I just thought that was kind of cool. I had never thought to do that before. To be honest, I didn't really take a lot of notes, I'm not going to lie, because I just was trying to soak everything in and I didn't want to like miss something, writing something down. But I do have a few. Let's see. Oh, okay. So one thing that I also wrote down was talk about how hard it is being a coach. Because I see so many times people say like, oh, this is so easy to do, and you know, join my team, it's easy to be a coach, and it's not that easy to be a coach, y'all. I mean, yes, it's easy. It is easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. And it's the same thing with your fitness journey. Like, it's so easy to work out. It's not hard to work out. It's not hard to eat healthy. But it's also like not hard to skip a workout. It's not hard to go for the pizza opposed to saying no to it, right? So I just like that like idea of talking about how it's not the easiest thing. And your journey is not the easiest thing to do, but you do it because it's good for you and because you need to do it and because it's going to change your life. So talking about those things, that really stood out to me. And then the biggest takeaway I personally had was that coaching isn't for everyone. And like Gary Vee said, I wasn't there, but just from what y'all are talking about, like, not everyone that is registered for Summit is going to be there next year. It makes me sad because I know I had coaches that were supposed to come to Summit, and then 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, they backed out. And I know things come up. I know family comes up. I know personal issues come up. And I know that I have 30 people registered from our team right now. That's freaking incredible. And I'm hoping that we have more, but I'm hoping that everyone actually goes, because it is truly life-changing, It really is. And it's hard to explain. Like Blair said, it's hard to explain everything we learned in like this 1 hour call. But it really is like the energy that is surrounded by everyone there, and just being in that positivity. And you really like don't have like a thought of negativity while you're there, because you just see all these people smiling and you just see like all this stuff. But this isn't for everyone. This isn't going to work for everyone. And that's perfectly fine. But like everyone has said, like bless and release that. Like don't focus on them that it's not working for them, or they're not meant to do it. I have challengers like that. And I think I have coaches like that not that I can see that they don't have it, but that they don't really want it. They just tell me what I want to hear. And I don't want y'all to be doing that. If you're doing that to your coaches, like if you're saying like, I want to be diamond because that's what your coach wants you to do, don't do that, y'all. Like this is for you. And I said this, we talked about this at the house, and I'm going to try not to cry because I get really passionate about it. But like, this is for you. You're not doing this for anyone else. You're not doing it for me. You're not doing it for your upline. You're not doing it for anyone. This is your business. This is your life. I do this for me, and I do this for my future family and me. Like I do this for me, and I love my team. Like y'all all know that I love my team. I would go bend over backwards for my team, but I'm not building this business for my team necessarily. I'm building this for me. And I know that like, seeing the millionaire, like they have a millionaires club, if y'all don't know, like people make millions of dollars with this company, and I will be up there. Like I already said it. I'm gonna be up there by the time I'm 30. That's in 4 years. 4 years, okay. So I am not good at math, okay, but I will be in the millionaires club. But I just want you all to know that, because it just kind of occurred to me that like I know that some people tell me, or they like think that they're doing this for me, and I don't want that. Like I don't want that, because that's not going to get you anywhere. If you're doing this for someone else, you're not going to succeed with it. It's the same in your journey. If you're doing this to please someone else, or to your fitness journey, I meant, if you're doing this to please someone else, or like doing it for someone else, that's not going to get you anywhere. You have to want this. Your coach cannot want it more for you than you want for yourself. And that was like my biggest takeaway. Like you cannot drag someone through the mud. So if you have someone on your team, or if you yourself are telling your coach, like, I want this, or your coaches are telling you that like they really want it, but you feel like you're dragging them, bless and release. Like not telling them to like quit your team, but like don't drag them. Like they can do it on their own. So that's my takeaway. Sorry, that was longer than 2 minutes. Jessica, you have something else that you want to say? I saw you commented.
Yes. I do. Okay, so for the last, I've been a coach 9 weeks, something like that, and I've been racking my brain. What's my tribe name? What am I going to name my tribe? During first session on Friday, I don't even remember who said it. She said, why are you here? What is your passion, and what is your reason for being here? I said, because I want to leave corporate America, and I want to work full-time with veterans. That was it. I called Kate when we got out of session, and Kate was like, that's your name. She was like, you're a warrior dynasty. That's what you're here for. And I was like, that's it. I want to lead with my passion first. And it's like a whole new world for me now. And I love it. Like, go passion first. That's it. Okay, I'm done.
I love that. It's so true, though. Like, y'all, and I know a few people said this earlier, like, that's why I keep telling y'all to go listen to Chelsea's call or Chelsea's session. But they asked, like, what would your life look like without Beachbody? And we were like partnered up with someone, like they were like, turn to the person next to you and, we're going to ask you this question and you have to tell them an answer. And I was paired up with Elaine. And we actually didn't cry like when we said it to each other, but we sat down and afterwards we both started bawling crying. So, like, really think about it, like whether or not you've been here for a year, whether or not you've been here for a month, And if it hasn't done like anything for you, then you're not doing something right. You know, you have to think about it. Like, even if it's just a simple thing, like it's made you smile more. Like, you know, it's made you smile more. It's made you more productive with your family. It's made you nicer to your family. I know for me, it's made me much nicer to my boyfriend and my parents. You know, it's made me think before I speak. It's made me think before I you know, I don't know, like reach out to someone and how I approach somebody. Like, it just, those little things, like it might not have to be this drastic thing. It might not have to be, hi Blair. It might not have to be this eye-opening experience, but if it's just one little thing, like think about that and think about how much it's already changed you and how much it can change you for the future. So if anyone has questions about Summit, I know we have like 15 minutes till 9. So if y'all have questions or want to ask any questions, please let me know. We can like open the floor. Or if anyone else wants to say anything that was there, that thought of something else, like feel free. Does anyone have any questions? Who bought a ticket for Summit next year? Who's actually going to go to Summit next year?
And my husband is too. Woohoo!
Good, yay! Bring the men. We need more men there. And they're actually, for those who like want to bring their guys and are like afraid, like there was a lot of guys there. A ton of guys there. Go feed the horsies, Christy. Baby crying. What did you want to say, Sarah? Just type it and we'll answer it if you have questions. Okay, so yeah, I mean, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. I don't remember. Sorry. Anyone have questions about Summit or like what to expect or whatever? Anyone? No? No. All right. Elaine, do you want to say anything? Because you're like over there doing something.
No, I got so much in my brain. Like, I can't sit still. I lost my notebook, so I hope it's at your house.
I probably have it somewhere in my bag, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Bonnie Engel. Who was Bonnie paired with?
Amy Silverman.
Yes. Okay. Bonnie Engel and Amy Silverman's talk was fantastic. Like, if you only want to pick a few of them, go see the Upton girl that Jesse talked about, and then Bonnie Engel. They were amazing.
And Megan Ewelson.
Oh, I remember something else. Okay, does anybody else want to talk?
No, go ahead, Elaine.
Okay, so
did you drink a Red Bull today, Elaine?
Oh my God.
All right, another thing that I remembered is that like I'm blanking at. That like everything. Jesse like kind of touched on this, but like you got to make sure, like, because I know that like one thing that I struggle with is not putting myself first in this, but you need like you can put yourself first, and it's not selfish. Like all the top coaches, the freaking top 10 coaches, and all the Millionaire Club coaches, I guarantee you, they wake up and like the first thing they do is like they take care of themselves, they take care of their families, priorities, and Beachbody. Like, and one thing that I struggle with a lot being a teacher is how to prioritize my life and how to make sure I'm giving like all my effort into the different areas of my life that I want to. And they said just make a to-do list, like block out of the time of the day, and kind of how Leslie was talking about, block out a time of the day and treat it like a business. If you open up a store, you're not going to go there at like midnight when it's not effective, you know? So like plan out your time and just make sure that you have a schedule that you can follow. Make like post, say every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this is what I'm going to post. If you create a schedule like this, it makes it so much easier to just manage your time and make sure that you're, Jesus, what is the thing they kept saying? Help me. Think not like something like work smart or something.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yes. That's my takeaway. That's all of that was what I was trying to say.
Go ahead, Nancy. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, it's funny that you said that, because the one thing that I circled that I didn't get to was the self-care piece, because I'm so absolutely horrendous at that piece of it. And they said be predictable, post at the same time every day, and lead from the front. But then they said put your own fitness first. Remember, you can't run on fumes. You have to protect your time and energy. One of them was saying that they only check on their challenge groups twice a day. Like, they set their post in the morning and then they go back and they'll check on people. Like, they don't go on there like 50 times a day. And I'm guilty of that. Like, I'll go on, like, I'll do my post in the morning and then I'll check on them like every hour. And when you work 3 jobs, it's really time consuming. And I think maybe I was putting too much in, and that's why I got overwhelmed, and that's why I burn out, and that's why I was like, I can't do this. Because my expectation for myself was ridiculous. It's ridiculous that I expect that I don't want an hour to go by. If someone asks a question, I have to answer them like right away. So part of what I need to do in all areas of my life is recognize that it's not an emergency. If someone asks me a question, they don't need an answer in 5 minutes. Like, they can wait an hour or 2 for an answer. And it's not the end of the world. So I would beat myself up I would say, oh, I can't run a challenge group, so I'm not going to be able to check on them, more than like 2 or 3 times a day. And when they said that, I was like, oh, well, that's okay then. If I post in the morning and then I check for 5 minutes at lunch and then I check for 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever before I go to bed, then it's not the end of the world. They don't need me to hold their hand that much. So I think that was really helpful to me to recognize that it's okay to take care of yourself. It's necessary to take care of yourself, and you don't have to check on your challengers every hour. That was helpful.
Awesome. And I see Sarah wrote, please do not ever blame your upline. You can change everything. You can do this. And I know Blair, I know she popped off, but she said this as well. Like, she realized that, and I knew that already, just from my personal experience, but you can do this, y'all. Like, you don't need, if your upline isn't building, or if your upline, like, you message them and they never respond to you, or if your upline is not that helpful, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you cannot blame them for you not having success, because guess what? My upline doesn't do anything. I built this, and I do this for me. Like I said from the beginning, I do this for me, and that's what you need to do. You don't worry about your upline or anything like that. Like, you need to focus on you. Lindsay Matway was put on a dead leg. She's built both of her legs by herself. She had no help. So if you sit here and blame your upline, like, that's not going to do anything for you. Like, that's not going to get you anywhere. You have to do this. Like, you have to be the one to do this. So make sure you're doing that. And then one other thing that I like from, I'm going to keep saying Allie Upham and Chelsea Pearson, because that's the one that I took the most notes at because they were amazing, was, what is the number one thing stopping you? Like, what is, when you go to post something and you're like, I don't know if I want to post this, or like, I'm afraid to post this. Like, why? Like, what is that thing that's stopping you? What is that number one thing that is mainly fear, but like, why? Why are you fearful of it? Like, what is holding you back? Why are you worried about what people are going to think? Are you worried that, people are going to like judge you? Or are you worried about not being clear? Like, what is that reasoning behind? Like, why? What is the number one reason stopping you? And then you have to overcome that. You have to just do it. You just have to do it. So that's all I want to say about Summit. If y'all have questions, I've been getting a ton of questions from all kinds of coaches about Summit, especially because it's in New Orleans. So if y'all have questions about where to stay, if you have questions about the city or whatever, like, please feel free to ask me. I'm probably not gonna, I don't know if I'm even gonna, like, I mean, I live here, so I don't know if I'm gonna rent somewhere. I'm not positive on that yet. I know there's hotels downtown. If you're looking for houses, they do have some. I looked on VRBO and Airbnb. Just make sure you ask me or someone else that's familiar with the city before you book a place, especially a house. So downtown, you'll be fine as far as like hotels go, but just ask me if you want to book a house. I just don't want you in a not so safe area. Not saying New Orleans is like super dangerous, but we do have the not safe areas. I mean, it's like normal people, normal places. So I just want to make sure you aren't going like in the ghetto. So yeah, I'm super excited though, y'all. Like, this can be huge for our teams too. So if you are adding new coaches, which hopefully between now and then you add coaches to your team, let them know about Success Starters. Let them know that they can earn a free ticket. Let them know to get on the wait list. Like, make sure that they get on the wait list. Make sure that they, can get on the wait list and that they can can at least push to try and get it. All they need is 3 people their first 3 months to buy challenge packs. If you don't want to buy it right now, if you want to wait till later, like at least get on. I don't think they have a wait list yet, but once those tickets go off sale, they will get put on a wait list, or they will have a wait list. So get put on it at least so that you can get off for next year. Last thing I want to say, go to Super Saturday. If you haven't looked at a Super Saturday in your area, just type in Super Saturday Beachbody in Google, and it will come up. The website will come up, and you can find a map of every Super Saturday that's registered. I want you to go even if you don't know anyone, because that's the biggest excuse I hear is like, oh, I'm not going to know anyone. Well, go. Like, all these people that went to Summit can attest that, like, everyone is so freaking nice. Like, someone will talk to you, I promise. And if they don't, walk up to them and talk to them. But seriously, y'all, like, go to Super Saturday. We have huge announcements. I don't know if y'all saw all the new programs that are releasing, there's like 15 challenge packs on sale this month, which is huge for August. 15, and you're looking at like, there's 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, PIO, Size, BOD, 3-Day Refresh, and 22-Minute Hardcore, and then they all have Kickstarts.
And Country Heat.
And Country Heat. So, and most of them, I don't know if they all have Kickstarts, but most of them have Kickstarts, which is the program, Shakeology, and the 3-Day Refresh. So that's huge. Like, that is massive savings. Again, don't just post the screenshot of the program, right? People don't want to see that. People want to see your face. They want to see you. It's called Facebook. It's not called Program Book. It's not called Shakeology Book. It's not called Dog Book or Baby Book. It's called Facebook because the people want to see you and your beautiful faces. So post a picture of your face and, like, post them holding the programs or whatever. I don't really care what you post. But that's huge savings. So there's no reason at all. Like, if you tell me that you can't hit Success Club because it's hard this month, you're not inviting and you are not reaching out to people. Like, that's it. Like, you're not inviting. You're not. And it's Team Cup. So you should be able to hit Success Club for Team Cup. 3 people. That's all you need. 3 people. I'm pushing for at least 5. More than that, but at least 5, because I'm hitting Success Club 10 is non-negotiable for me. So make sure you're reaching out to people. Make sure you're talking about it. Go watch Ali Upham and Chelsea. Go watch all of them. Like, I'm gonna go watch the track that Jessica was on because I didn't hear anything about Success Partners. I have a Success Partner, but I still want to, like, listen to that speech. So go listen to it. It's in the Coach Online office. I think I can post it in our team page. If y'all have questions for me, like I said, let me know. But I want Florida Fit and Tribe Health to take over New Orleans next year. Like, I'm already helping Lindsay Stay plan a DFG get-together, but I want to have my own get-together. Like, I want to have 70 people deep there. Like, I'm not even kidding. I'm not exaggerating. Like, that's how many people I want there from Florida Fit. So, and Tribe Health, because y'all are my people. So, yeah, let's do this. Like, 70 people. That's my goal. And I want every single person that actually registered to actually come. That's my other goal. Because I don't want people backing out. Anyone have questions about anything?
I have a suggestion. When I was reading about, like, all the different programs that are on sale and we want to put our face out there, I don't know if everyone's done all of the programs. So the first thing I thought of is, if you can't put your own face out there and make it personal, asking other people on the team if they can share before and after pictures. Like, I dabbled in Size, but I didn't really do the program. So I can't legitimately say I have, like, a before and after. I mean, I could use whatever I want, but it wouldn't be authentic. Like, I did 21 Day Fix. I did 21 Day Fix Extreme. I kind of sort of did PIO. I did 22-minute hardcore, and I'm going to do 3-day refresh. But I was thinking, okay, but what if I was a newer coach and I had only done 21 Day Fix? That I would want to be able to ask other people or if someone had really dramatic results. Like, I don't have dramatic results from any of them, really. So I just thought that was an idea too. If you can't put your own face out there, putting the face of someone you know that can prove that it works.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to, I mean, that I totally agree with that. Like, asking I mean, one of us on this call have done a program. I mean, I've done a lot of them. I know Ashley has awesome results at Size. And 22-minute hardcore. But everyone on here has done at least one of those. So most people have done more than one. So ask in our team pages, like, hey, like, I want to promote Size, but I've never done it. Can someone share their before and after pictures? And that way you can tag those people. Like, don't just go Google size results. Like, tag someone that you're friends with so then they can see, like, oh, this person's a real person. Like, they're seeing awesome results. But you don't even have to post results. Like, post about the program that you've done. You know, like, I actually have all of those programs. I've never done PIO. I have PIO. I bought it. I tried it, and I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. But I have all those programs. So I'm going to take a picture of me holding all of them. If you don't have them, that's okay. Just talk about them. Talk about what, if you've never tried it and you want to try it, like if you never tried 22-minute hardcore, but you've been wanting to try it, talk about how you want to try it and it's on sale this month. Like, whatever you need to do. But go listen to that. My number one thing is go listen to those speakers. They were about an hour long. Use it as your PD for the day. Skip the reading and use that as your PD. Because it's gonna be life changing. I know you weren't there, so you don't get the same experience that we all have, but just listening to them, you're gonna learn something. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Anyone else have anything? New programs coming up. I know August 1st, right? Today, tomorrow, today. Did it get released today? Fixate? I don't know. I think they said August 1st. Maybe they didn't. I didn't write that down because I videoed it. But
I think it's the 8th.
The 8th. Okay. So August 8th, there is a new feature coming to Beachbody On Demand. It's called Fixate. It is a cooking show with Autumn and her brother, who is a chef. They are going to be releasing different meal plans, or not meal plans, different recipes, I believe, every week, they said. But they show you like how easy it is to do, and like, y'all, he's a real chef. Like, he went to school to be a chef. He worked in restaurants. So like, he made these recipes specifically for people that don't want boring, healthy food. So, you know, when people say like eating healthy is boring, I don't want to eat plain chicken. Okay, well, we have all these recipes available, and they show you how to cook it, and it goes from being like, you know, from the bottom, like beginner, like if you don't know how to cook, it goes from that all the way up to like advanced cooking. So make sure you check that out. Another thing that's coming out in September is the 3-day yoga retreat, which is pretty cool. It's a 3-week retreat or 3-week program. It's and this is all only on Beachbody On Demand. So you have to have Beachbody On Demand to get it. But it's a 3-week yoga retreat. And it's super simple. Like, they take all of the like namaste and you know, Buddha and whatever out of it, and it's literally a white background and it's yoga. Like, that's all you're doing is just yoga, and that's what you focus on. So I'm actually going to be doing that because I can't work out because I'm getting my eyebrows tattooed, and I can't work out. I can't sweat for 10 days. So I'm going to do that once it's released. And then if y'all didn't see, they have a new program, Joel and Jericho, in November. Core de Force. It is a kickboxing, boxing, martial arts program. It looks pretty legit. And if you've never done combat, Joel and Jericho are from Combat and Les Mills Pump. So they've done similar programs, but this is going to be completely different as far as like the results. Like, I'm super pumped about it. So it's called Core de Force. Check out, go to YouTube, look at the video trailer. You'll probably want it because I want it. And that's it, I think, right? Oh, the health bet thing. I don't really understand that.
Wait, Jesse, I'm sorry to interrupt, but when does Core de Force come out?
November.
Mm-hmm. November 1st. They said there'll be a preview in October.
Okay.
And then for the yoga thing, there's a sneak peek on August 18th.
See, Nancy wrote everything down.
I put it in the notes on my phone.
Oh, there we go. I didn't write any of that down. I just videoed it, so I have to like go
And
back.
that show, the 20s, the new trainer show, starts on August 8th also.
Yeah, so if y'all don't know about that, I know it's getting past our time, but they are having a reality show called The 20s, and it is all people that are 20 or 20. They're all
20 to 29, I guess.
Yeah, they're in their 20s, and it is to find our next celebrity trainer. So like they put them in this like real world house, and they all compete against one another to become the next super trainer for Beachbody. I believe we vote towards it. I don't really understand how that works, but pretty much it's just a reality show that is going to be the next, like, to pick the next trainer. So that starts soon, so check that out. I don't know if it's going to be only on Beachbody On Demand or if it's going to be on TV. I thought they said it was going to be like on national TV.
Yeah.
It's Beachbody On Demand until they narrow it down to like the top 8, I think. And then it's going to be on national TV, but it's not like ABC or NBC. I can't remember which channel it's at.
It's Pop TV that used to be the TV Guide Network.
Okay.
That thing.
Well, yeah. So check it out. I don't know what I'm gonna watch that. I guess I don't really know. I don't watch TV, so I don't really know if I'm actually gonna watch all of it. But it would be kind of cool. If you do watch TV, it would be the channel to watch, I guess. And is that it? That's all. The health bet. They're having a health bet in September, I believe. Which they're putting up. What did they say? $1 million. They're putting up $1 million, and then for every challenge pack that they sell for the whole month of August, they're going to put $5 towards it. So they're capping out at $3 million. And whoever does the health bet, you have to be in a challenge group, or your challenger. You have to run your challenge group through the Beachbody Challenge app, and they have to post their Shakeology at least 3 times a week, and I believe their workouts at least 3 times a week, maybe 5 times a week.
Workout is 3 times a week, and Shakeology is 5 times a week.
There you go. And then they get like a pool of the money. So depending on how many people do it, I don't run my challenge groups on the app. I don't think I'm going to. But if I have people interested, I guess I will. I don't really know. But that's just maybe something if you want to try out the app and you want to try out, doing that could interest some more people. I don't know if coaches can win. I think it might just be challengers. So I could be wrong. I don't know.
I think the fact said it was open to coaches and customers.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, go ahead. Y'all can win some money, which is pretty cool. So, I mean, think about it. Maybe if like everyone has the attitude that I have, that I'm not doing it, or I'm not running a challenge group, then you could win a lot of money, or get a lot of money from it. So, it'd be kind of cool. And I think that was like all the big announcements. Am I missing something?
The Fixate cooking show is also going to be, you said everything right, but they're also going to have a grocery list that you can, I don't know how. I guess you can print it off since it's on demand.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was really cool, because I have a lot of people that want me to give them a grocery list and a meal plan. So it's going to come with all that. So you can tell your customers that.
Yeah, all the recipes will come in PDF format with the grocery list attached.
Right, exactly.
And then they'll also have, she said that they have some videos made that show people how to use the containers. So this, what if y'all are thinking okay, well, what is this really going to help me with? How is this going to help me with my challengers? They get a free 30-day trial to on demand. So what I'm going to start doing, normally we go over that kind of stuff in our challenge group, but what I'm going to start doing for my challengers is tell them look, this is the videos that we're going over, but make sure you go onto your Beachbody On Demand and watch the rest of the cooking show. Look at how to use your containers. Look at I think she said there was 4 different videos that kind of show them, it goes over how to use their containers, and it might go over other things. I don't really know, but they're I guess prep videos. So make sure that they know that. That is huge. This can be huge for your business. It can also be huge for them to keep Beachbody On Demand. It could be a reason that they're going to want to keep it. If they still, if they do the recipes and they like them, they're going to be oh, well, I might as well just, not just for that, but for that in the workout. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say. So if y'all have questions about any of that, I know it's all going to be on your online office. I know Christy just commented and said cooking seems to be the #1 problem. Her clients seemed overwhelmed about it. But honestly, I didn't have any comments in the kitchen, and I'm pretty impressed myself. Yeah, I mean, this program is foolproof, which this makes it even easier. And I know that they're probably going to come out with a new cookbook, because she mentioned that there was a cookbook #2 coming. I don't know if they are still going to do an actual printed cookbook since they have this, but I feel like they will, because that will make them money. So I'm sure they will. So if you don't have the first cookbook, you should get it, because it's really good. I actually need to make some recipes from there because I haven't. It's really, really good. And it shows you which container counts as what. So I know a few people ask me oh, I found this recipe on Pinterest, but I don't know what I don't know what containers it counts as. This makes it foolproof. So make sure you're telling your challengers about that. Anything else that I'm missing that I forgot about? Yo, I like videoed everything. I literally wrote like 2 or 3 pages of notes and that's it. I didn't take any notes.
Is Core de Force only going to be on demand, or are they actually going to release it as a program later?
They will probably release it as a program later, I'm assuming. It did say, so I asked about that there because when they said it was only exclusive to on demand, I think they meant, like the way that it was worded was weird, but I think they meant it's exclusive to Team Beachbody, so they won't put it on beachbody.com. They'll only put it through where they can order through a coach and then also on demand. I think. I could be wrong. I'll have to go look at facts, FAQs about on that one, but I'm not positive.
I'll look.
Yeah.
Because I want it to go with my combat.
Yeah. It's awesome, y'all. Y'all should go look at the trailer. It's so cool. And Joel's hot, so you could just stare at him all night. I could just stare at him all day. So, and Jericho's really pretty too, so I don't know. I would be all about that life of staring at Joel every day. So that's why I'm doing it. Not gonna lie. He has his shirt off in the video. I'm watching and I'm working out. So all right, y'all. I gotta go. I'm going to sleep early because I have to wake up for Miracle Morning since I didn't do it this morning. I needed to sleep because we literally were 10 hours of sleep this whole week. Know that too, real quick before y'all jump off. You're going to be tired at Summit. You're nonstop at Summit. So know that. Expect that. If you need your sleep, then you'll just have to miss some stuff. I don't know.
The whole week before.
Yeah. Sleep.
Just sleep the whole week before.
Yeah. Because we literally, like I'm telling you, we got Friday night, we got 2 hours of sleep and had to wake up and go work out for the super workout. So, and you're not like required to do those things. If you're not required to go to the sessions I mean, I would. I wouldn't miss the super workout, but again, you're not required to. But like, I don't know if y'all can see, like I have that. I still am lack of sleep. Like I only got a few hours of sleep last night. I went to bed at 9:30 and woke up at 9:30, but I felt like I only got a few hours of sleep last night. So just know that you're going to be tired, but it is so worth it. I would do it all again this week if I needed. If I could, I would go back in a heartbeat. So I'm glad y'all got on. Thank you so much for getting on. I can't wait for y'all to be there next year. I'm so excited, y'all. Like, y'all don't even know. I sound like a man still.
I'm so hoarse, too. Don't even.
We were screaming when we found out that it was in New Orleans. I was told that before it was announced, and I didn't believe it, so I didn't, like, get my hopes up. And then when it was announced, I was, like, freaking out. So, yeah, we're super excited. I can't wait. All right, I gotta go. But thank you for getting on. I love y'all. I hope to see you at Super Saturday. Bring your friends, invite your family. If you're not local, sorry, you can't come hang out with me. I know you really want to. But go to your own Super Saturday. Go to Super Saturday. You want to be there because they're going to announce all these announcements that I just made and then some. So go. All right?
Bye.
Good night. Bye. Talk to y'all later.
Good night.
Night.